renovation on your home, there are so many things to think about. There's all the structural and the construction. There's the aesthetics and having a great layout. But what about the energy efficiency? This has become so important. Let's go inside and talk to realtor Sandy Barry. Come on. Sandy, you've been in real estate for quite some time. You have a lot of experience.
I do. I got my license in 1996 in Nelson.
Yeah.
And it was back when, the market had changed. We had left Vancouver when it was really, really high, and then we went into the Kootenays, and we bought a great house for the amount of money we sold for in Vancouver, but the market had changed quite a bit. So it was slower, and I always say, if you can make it in a slow market, you can make it anytime.
Absolutely, and you've just stuck with it.
I stuck with it. It worked for me, and it was exciting, and you meet some great people, and I've had a lot of fun. It's also given me freedom to, I have 3 kids, so it helped me. It gave me the freedom to be there when they needed me to be there.
Absolutely.
And then, I put them to bed and they went back then I'd go back to work.
But you're also really interested in the whole renovation side of properties and such too, aren't you?
Yeah, I started out that way when my kids were small. I did a lot. We bought and renovated and sold and bought and renovated and sold. So it was kind of exciting for me to, be looking at kitchens. We spend a lot of time in kitchens, especially with small kids. And it was really exciting for me to be able to redesign a kitchen, and, I was great with a sledgehammer. I wasn't so great at putting them back together, but I had a lot of...
Sledgehammer is pretty easy.
I know, Tawanda. Remember that old fragrant tomatoes?
And so this home that you have us in today, this is one that you purchased and saw the potential of.
Yes. I came in, I was looking in the area. I had looked at everything on the market for 6 months while I was waiting for my house in Nelson to sell.
Right.
And I looked at everything, and I knew where the kids, I wanted them to go to school, and my son was at UVic, and I just thought, okay, this location. I actually drove my son to UVic and then was driving back to my rental accommodation and drove by this house and then backed up and went, oh, this is a great location.
So location, what else was it that drew you?
I was looking for a south or west facing backyard. I wanted to be able to, live in the backyard. I wanted good sun exposure.
Yeah.
But I also needed space, and I knew that, whatever the space looked like inside, I could fix. I had ripped enough houses apart to know that if the space was good, the location was good, and the sun orientation, I could fix anything. So
what were some of the changes that you made to accommodate your family with 3 kids?
I gutted it back to bare studs. The house at the time hadn't been touched in probably 30 years, so it was quite dated. They had those old aluminum windows.
Yeah.
There was a lot of moisture issues. There was, it had a lot of deferred maintenance. Mm-hmm. And so we basically ripped a big part of the living areas down to bare studs, re-insulated. I took out all the doors and windows, reconfigured the doors and windows, put in French doors. I really like to see, I like looking out at green space. I like looking out at
having it nice and airy.
Feeds the soul, and so I really spent a lot of time. Windows and doors to me are a big deal.
They are.
I think I spent the biggest part of my budget on custom wood windows and doors because that's to me what I like. And who knows if everybody else likes it? We'll see when it goes up on the market. But windows and doors, and I wanted to make sure that all the windows open so there was good cross ventilation through the house. I reconfigured the kitchen. There used to be a fridge here, and the fridge was where the doorway is.
Yeah,
so I took out a few closets on this wall and then built this up so that it was much more
it has a great flow to it.
Yeah, and I was a single parent with 3 kids, and so my job was I always said my job is to teach you how to look after yourself.
Absolutely.
So they were really responsible. They got involved in cooking, helping me cook. Yeah. So it was kind of like rush, get in the door, you chop this, you chop this, you chop this. So we spent a lot of time, we've had a lot of fun in this kitchen. So.
And that's the great thing about an island too. It has 4 sides on it so that at least 3 of them can be used for prep and for helping out. And then somebody obviously gets the seat to sit and watch.
Yep. And I always said too that if you cooked, then I would clean. So whoever wanted to cook, I'd clean.
That's a good deal.
They all cleaned, had their days, and so as they got bigger, I just thought, okay, you cook, I'll clean, and then it was kind of like, oh, I have to learn how to do dishes again.
Sandy, energy efficiency is really important in a renovation too.
It is. It's important to make the home comfortable to live in. I mean, you know, space heating is the biggest part of your energy bill. So I think it takes like 46% of the cost to heat a home. So
wow. And just because we're not in that -40 weather that the rest of Canada experiences doesn't mean that we don't suffer as well.
We do, especially if you're sitting, if your office is in your home or anything like that. Yeah, there's a few things that a homeowner can do to try and stop all the drafts, make it a little bit more energy efficient. And I've got a few things here. Weather stripping is easy to, it's cheap and it's easy. Anybody can do it.
And this goes on your doors?
Yep, doors and some opening windows depending on your windows.
Okay.
You can caulk all your doors and baseboards on your exterior walls. Those will stop drafts as well.
Okay.
For the bigger holes, you can use this great stuff.
And this fills all the gaps.
Yep. Indoor outdoor, so it's good for indoor outdoor.
Okay.
I went to put all these gaskets on all these duplexes, you know, all your plugs and everything on your exterior walls. You wouldn't believe the draft that comes through those.
This just goes under your plate.
Super easy. Yeah, super easy. And these little child-proof plug-in things for they're good for children, but they're also good for stopping drafts as well.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, so it makes a big difference. If you can keep the heat in, it's much more comfortable. And, you know, there's bigger things that you can do, you know, insulating your crawl space, insulating your attic. That you can have a company come in and evaluate your home for where your air and heat loss is.
Right.
It's quite amazing. They have this gun that is a heat sensor, has a heat sensor, and they go around your house and they look at, and it's so clear, it shows exactly where your heat loss is.
That's awesome. Then you know where to focus, and you're not wasting your money on places that are already good.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. Yeah, and it makes a big difference in your comfort.
Well, I'm excited for the next homeowners of this place.
Yeah, it's a great home.
Thank you so much, Sandy.
Thank you.